Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to Babylon 5 Series 3 Episode 2. I don't even know what it's called, I haven't even opened my laptop. I hope you're all doing really well. If you are new here, my name is Marie-Clare. Thank you for joining me. I was actually just thinking, it's December 1st today, so on Patreon you'll be getting this today. Merry Christmas. That was so sarky, but genuinely Merry Christmas. But on YouTube, I actually don't think you'll be getting this until February, which is absolutely terrifying and timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly. So happy New Year to those of you on YouTube. So weird. I'm so far ahead on Babylon 5, which is what I wanted to do because it means that I can go, it means when I put a video out on YouTube, I can read the comments because I'm risking spoilers a lot less. So Episode 1 was a lot. I have also had messages on Patreon kind of saying don't look at the opening titles, and I'm assuming that's because casting is going to change, which doesn't make me happy. That scares me, so I'm not going to look at the opening titles because you guys told me to, not to. So you just let me know when I can again, okay? And let's go.
Check over there. There's got to be something around here we can sell. Check this out.
Any progress? Two more bodies. That's 4 dead so far.
Nice.
Doc thinks there may still be some live ones buried in the rubble, so we're being extra careful.
She didn't see anything. She just walked past the hall when all hell broke loose. Got any idea what happened?
No, not yet. The place is full of old pipe and junk. Wires been messed with. Any number of things could have gone wrong.
So you're ruling out a bombing?
After what we've been through lately, not a chance.
So, I take it you are Brother Theo.
Yes. My brothers and I are from New Mallory, back home. We have applied to Earth Dome for permanent resident status on Babylon 5. The documents and permissions from Archbishop Francis are all right there.
You want to live here?
Yes.
Why?
Is that so extraordinary? You live here, after all.
I'm stationed here.
We've come here to learn all those names in hopes of better understanding the one who is behind.
Well, that's fine, but why here?
To visit all the other worlds would take centuries. With all the aliens who come through Babylon 5, we can accomplish our task in 4 or 5 decades. We will simply be here for those who wish to talk and to listen.
We don't have a lot of space.
We'll live in what you call down below. We can pay for modest rooms. We're not used to fancy accommodations, a cot, a table.
I'm gonna have a hard time justifying
We're
this.
prepared to earn out by providing...
Too eager for my liking.
Okay, listen up. I want this whole area sealed off. Security personnel only. Tell the environmental
Something's going to
cleanup
happen
crew
to
they can
him.
wait.
What you can to reconstruct this thing.
Will do.
You're good, I'll tell the captain. He ain't gonna like this.
So, where are you going?
Well, he's not annoying.
Home. I have been diagnosed with Netter's syndrome. Since I have only 7 days to live, I thought I would return home to put my affairs in order before the end.
I've had a few sinners, but I've never heard of that one.
Apparently, it's passed by physical contact.
Oh, he's lying.
I gotta make a call.
Later.
I thought he was blooming dying.
Barry liners of foam are now disembarking through customs.
Very good. Rocking pressure doors.
Oh God, the blooming waves of emotions I just went through in that 2 minutes.
Bring it on, come on, take it
We're
out.
going for Delenn, going for Longo.
Medical. We now have a total of 7 dead and 19 injured, including Mr. Lanier. News of the attacks has spread all over the station. People are scared out of their wits. The sheer randomness of it. How do you get on with your life not knowing when or where the next blast is
And
gonna
who's
come?
doing it without being
Fits in
seen?
with what I told Garibaldi earlier. We received several anonymous calls at CNC just before the first explosion. All they said was chaos is coming.
Yeah, well, we've got plenty of that already.
have any idea how long he will remain unconscious?
Not yet. He was hit pretty hard. Hairline fracture of the skull and shoulder, concussion. The only thing that saved his life was the external bone structure covering the anterior lobe. All we can do now is wait.
It is a strange thing, Lanier. As I think of it, I realize no one has ever saved my life before. Thank you for that. And so here I am. It is the least I can do. How many centari does it take to screw in a light bulb? Just one. But in the great old days of the Republic, hundreds of servants would change 1,000 light bulbs at our slightest whim.
That's actually very, very sweet. I have a lot to say about Londo.
That's a good thought. We should go over the security camera records for a period of 2 or 3 hours after the bombings. See if there's the same face more than once.
Captain, we're talking about a hell of a lot of video. We sent in 10 extra recorders at each blast site to help find survivors and monitor the damage. Use a computer. Well, you're still going to have to give the system some parameters, and we've got partial faces, backs of heads. You can't just tell it to search all the recordings and look for the same face. We're talking pure human instinct. We've got to be detailed.
Chief, I think I know just the people. Come with me.
Never mind. I'll wait for the next one.
The ambassadors have got to be the targets, or the leaders of the ship.
Can anyone hear me?
Londo's scared.
Perhaps I have not made myself sufficiently clear. There is no telling when help will come. Unless we get ourselves out of here on our own, we'll probably die here. So we must work together.
No.
You want to live as much as I, hmm?
Oh, yes, but I would much rather see you dead. I find this most appealing.
This is insane. We must work together.
No, as the humans say, up yours, guy.
How?
Just watch.
Okay.
He was the one looking through the cameras.
Manifest that came in from the last 2 ships from Proxima 3. The last place hit by these bombs.
Match found. Subject Robert J. Carlson. Hired by Engineering and Station Maintenance Division.
Somebody just rewrote the book.
Really bad tempo. Yeah.
Listen up out there. I'm holding a dead man's switch. Anything happens to me, anybody tries to rush the door, and you've got an explosion big enough to blow the whole station.
So good. Stick it inside your shirt, he's going to find it.
Well, where do you suggest I put it? But you'll hear me.
Jack up the volume, we'll be able to tell what you had for lunch.
Move away from the door.
This is just such a mad setup. Like, how does he must have been doing this for ages.
As long as the trigger keeps transmitting, no boom. I want you to get me out of your shirt. You're going to escort me to a ship, and then I'm going to leave here.
You gotta know we can't do that.
Yes, you can. Because if you don't, I'll let this go. And this whole place will go up in an explosion as bright as the sun. Do you understand fear?
Do you?
No, wait! Won't kill his audience. Not yet.
Opening hatch. Going in.
That's cool.
Anybody back there got any ideas where the bomb might be? Got an
Whoa.
awful lot of ground to cover here.
Not yet. Keep looking. Scanners at maximum.
I got something. Oh man, this thing's big
enough to blow straight through the reactor core.
How has he
I
put
can
it
see any
there?
wires or panels.
Negative, the whole thing's welded shut.
Okay, you're gonna have to try and move it out of there. This guy isn't a pro, so we probably didn't set it up with any vibration detectors.
We've got your ID flagged to every Earth base for 30 light years in every direction. There's nowhere you can go.
That's enough! You're making me nervous.
I'd rather stand.
I said sit out!
Sheridan could take him easily.
What the hell was that?
Oh, damn, we lost him. Here, I'm holding the taxi and we got troubles. You get that bomb and you get it out now.
To hell with all of you!
Just launch it into space. Nice.
See you in hell, Captain.
It didn't. It's not fair.
It's not fair!
Yeah, fair play. God, this was a prime example of relying on other people to do their bit in hope, like, to hope that you do your bit and it can come together.
Joke a little while ago. How many Centauri does it take to screw in a lesson? Not just one. But in the great old days of the Republic, hundreds of servants would leave to change 1,000 bulbs in your slightest whim.
Oh, look at his poor face.
Here, you saved his life. You deserve a little recognition.
I did what I did because all life is sacred. But when the object of your actions does not share that belief, I fear I have served the present by sacrificing the future.
What an interesting episode. Also, it's incredibly dark, but it is. What's the time? 11 o'clock. The whole thing with Londo and Jakar I found fascinating because to have them brought together in the way that I saw them in series 1 has been really, really clever, because there is an element of like a comedic duo with them. Jakar was so funny in that episode, and I just thought what an interesting concept having them trapped together, and obviously seeing Jakar kind of giving no Jakar was so unbothered about being killed if it meant that Londo was also dying, because obviously the punishment if you kill a Centauri and blah blah blah. So kind of hearing his side of things and how he is just so not unremorseful about anything with Londo was really intriguing, but also completely understandable. So having those two together was very interesting. Having Lenia save Londo was also very interesting, because obviously Lenia at the end was saying, like, essentially that he's done that for someone who wouldn't do it for him. But also seeing Londo be there for him and sit there in the med lab and sit by his side. And I said during it, I have such mixed feelings towards Londo, because I absolutely hate him for what he did in series 2 and what he is continuing to do. But there is an element of me that feels sorry for him and has this little bit of love is not the right word, but has a little bit of something towards him because of how he can sometimes show up, sometimes. So does that make Londo one of the best written characters? Because how can you feel so... I mean, I hated him at the end of series 2. You guys know. And if he were to be killed off, fine. But there is still that element of me that feels sorry for him, because he's obviously just such an insecure man for having done what he's done and just for wanting power and leadership and honour and whatever. And he is still Londo, with even less, people have now even less respect for him. So that's where I have a little bit of sadness towards him. So it's a real, like, confusion. I love Jakar. Jakar was so funny in that episode. Jakar, I've thought this for a really long time. Jakar really reminds me of one of my uncles. I've honestly thought this probably since the end of series 1. My uncle is an ex-military man, and he just, the sarcasm, the fight really reminds me of him. So maybe there's like a, you know when a character reminds you of someone, you know there's like an extra love between you. That's how I feel about Jakar. The bombings, interesting. Why was the man doing them? Just because of stuff that had gone on in his past, and he was just obviously dealing with some trauma. But I liked this idea. I would say that was probably a filler-ish episode. Like, we had those group of people coming to Babylon 5 who want to live there. We've not had that answered. I don't know if they will be able to just live there, but they helped solve the situation. But nothing progressed with like the grand scheme of things with like the shadows and all of that stuff. So that was a filler, but I think the bombings was a really interesting idea, and I think it always grips people, maybe because of how real it feels, particularly nowadays. I think there's something really sadistic about innocent people being killed in the manner of bombings. I genuinely thought Lenia was going to die, because obviously when he initially said, oh, I've got 7 days to live, and then I clocked, oh, he's being sarky, and then he's blown up, I was like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. But I really do feel that we are going to lose characters, because we haven't really. Who was the last character we lost? Apart from like Sinclair, but I feel like we haven't had a loved character killed off, so that really wouldn't surprise me. So that is also in the back of my mind. I just want to look up that Patrick name, because also, what was his name? Patrick Kilpatrick. Why would you? I find that fascinating that someone would name their child the same name as their surname. I'm so confused. It was Patrick Kilpatrick, right? Babylon 5 isn't on his list of things. Yeah, I know his name. I don't recognise him from anything. Right, let's leave it there. Please let me know any of your thoughts, and I will see you very soon for episode 3.